Hello. Oh my god, my hair. And my face as well. Wow. I can't close the blinds completely because then it'll be too dark here. And it's nice to get some natural light as well. Anyway. Yeah. Yesterday was supposed to be a stream day. But I couldn't get anything to work once again. Yeah, it's like something weird with the internet. Still, I thought I fixed it, but I didn't. So, I'm trying to figure it out. But it seems to be running smoothly today. Yeah, I tried my test stream thing once again, which is like another account that I have. And yeah, it's like. Yeah, I stream like the stream playlist on OBS to like random accounts that nobody can find to test the connection. It worked like for 2 hours today, so it should be good. Anyway, yeah, the sample pack is out. Woohoo! I should actually try to put a link to it somehow. I can't do it right now, but. Yeah, I have this command when I write splice, like command, yeah, exclamation point splice. It'll go send a link to the old pack, but I haven't fixed it for the new pack yet. I have to do that. Anyway, the new pack is at unsplice.com/ I can't remember. Is it? I think it's that. Let's see. Yeah, that's it. So let me put that in as well. There we go. How does one put a sample back on Splice? They asked me to do the first one ages ago because I was like, yeah, I've been like, I've known the people forever basically. I was using Splice way before. It actually became like the sample pack thing that it is to get today. Yeah, I was talking to them like when it was just basically this way of like sharing project files and stuff, and then they launched the Splice Sounds thing, and then like asked if I want to do a pack, and then I did the first one, and people liked it, and I had fun doing it. I think it did pretty well. So then they asked me to do a new one. So, yeah. But right now they're like super slammed because everybody wants to do a pack for them right now because there's so many like DJs who are not touring and are forced to spend time in the studio. So apparently there's like a huge backlog right now. So I'm happy I got this out right now. So yeah, but I was using Splice before it was cool. Yeah. But it was a good service even then. Even though I haven't really used the project sharing thing. My God, my hair. It's been super hot in the studio today. Because yeah, Finland is starting to warm up finally. But yeah, I don't even know like how would you go about doing it now. But yeah, the plan today is demo review first. We'll get into the sample pack second. I'll talk about it a little bit more and show the project file for the demo track that I did, which is here. It works. Maybe. Yeah, it works. Yeah, it's just an Ableton file that I can show you. But first, we're doing demo review. So I didn't forget to do this time. Yeah, you didn't miss anything. Like I was just rambling for a little while. And now we get into the demo review, which is always the fun part. There's 4 tracks I'm doing today, which is everything that's come in. Apart from one thing that just came in today, I think. So I'm almost caught up with the queue. So please send new stuff. If you're a subscriber, you can do that on the subscriber Discord thing. And you can find the Discord at Discord. Yeah, so what we're doing is listening to all this stuff, and then you can give your thoughts, I'll give my thoughts. I'll try to be as thorough as possible, like give actual real feedback on things. This time there was some of these had like specific requests as well, like help me with the kick drum and the mix down and stuff. So that's always fun, because then I can like know what to listen for and stuff. But even without any of that stuff, it's always a lot of fun. So yeah, let's just start. The first one is called Sugar Remix by Reason. And I haven't heard any of these before, so it's going to be interesting. First listen on monitors, and then on headphones, and then we'll share our thoughts. Please share your thoughts in the chat as well, because it's always fun to read other people's ideas as well. Yeah, let's have a listen to Sugar Remix by Reason.
My broken pieces, you pick 'em up. Don't leave me hanging, come give me some. When I'm without you, I'm so insecure. You are the one thing I'm living for. I don't wanna be needing your love, I just wanna be deep in your love, and it's killing me when you're away, baby. 'Cause I really don't care where you are, I just wanna be there where you are, and I gotta get one little taste. Sugar. I want that red velvet, I want that sugar sweet. Don't let nobody touch it unless that somebody's me. I gotta be a man, there ain't no other way. 'Cause girl, you're hotter than that Southern California day. I don't wanna play no games, you don't gotta be afraid. Don't give me all that shy shit, no makeup on, that's my sugar. Yes, please. Come and put it down on me. I'm right here. 'Cause I need a love, a little sympathy. So baby, just show me good loving, make it alright. Need a little sweetness, yeah, my life. Sugar. Yes, please. Come and put it down on me. My sugar. Yes, please.
Damn, that was fire. Apparently it's Maroon 5 Sugar, the remix by Reason. And yeah, let's have another listen and then share our thoughts.
My broken pieces, you pick 'em up. Don't leave me hanging, come give me some. I want that red velvet, I want that sugar sweet. Don't let nobody touch it unless that somebody's me. I gotta be a man, there ain't no other way. 'Cause girl, you're hotter than that Southern California day. I don't wanna play no games, you don't gotta be afraid. Don't give me all that shy shit, no makeup on, that's my sugar. Yes, please. Come and put it down on me. Right here. 'Cause I need a little sympathy. So baby, show me good loving, make it alright. Need a little sweetness, yeah, my life. Sugar, yes, please. Come and put it down on me. My sugar, yes, please.
All right. That was Reason on the remix for Sugar by Maroon 5. Yeah, this is really cool. Yeah, the thing that I love about it the most is like just how like even though it's like an electronic disco kind of like vibe and like kind of simple, like this original song is fantastic. But there's not that much going on in the original song. Like it's very basic arrangement wise, but here there's like all these different parts. Like it just like keeps on evolving. It's really cool. Like the second verse sounds nothing like the first verse, which I think like it can be a risk to do that sometimes, but here it just works beautifully. Like just doing this big breakdown that like grows and grows and grows. Like there's like, yeah, like almost a minute and a half of just like giant breakdown and build up, which I think works really nicely. Even though it might feel a little bit long sometimes when you like on the first listen, I thought it's maybe a little bit too long, but then on the second listen, I listened to it and there's like not really anywhere where you could cut in the beat earlier, so I think it works really well. So what do I like about this so much? First, like the chords are beautiful. And it's cool because like the vocal is like very sort of like it's very like early 2010s pop in the sense that like it stays very like it's in a very narrow lane basically. It's like and then in the chorus it does like it's very like only a couple of notes in the pentatonic scale, and that's like what makes it so cool when you like do these jazzy chords around it is that like even though the vocal sort of stays the same, like the chords really wrap beautifully around it. And also the sound of the chords is really cool. To me, it sounds like it's disperser maybe, or like some kind of an all pass filter on like a filtered saw synth, which is just a sound that I love personally. So I like it a lot. And then we get into the sort of main section, which works really well as well. And the groove is just like really nice. There's like so much swing, but it just like works. And I think a big part of it is that like the percussion still drives the track forward, which I like a lot. Like the percussion that already comes in here. Like it's not super swung. Like there's the cowbell that's kind of swung, but like the tambourines and stuff, they're kind of straight, which is cool. Like it like even though like the chords are like they're like really swung. It doesn't feel like the whole thing is draggy because the percussion still like moves it forward. One thing that I would maybe look at is the mix. Like most of the mix sounds great, and like the sort of like all the sound selection and everything's great. So I would just like maybe look at bringing up the bass somehow, because it feels like the drums are sort of overpowering everything, but especially like not everything, but like they feel like they're a little bit too much when they come in. So maybe like I would try maybe clipping or saturating the drum bass to like bring down the peak level of the drums. So then you can like bring up all the other stuff, because I feel like it's a bit too much of a like shock when the track comes in at first. But that should be an easy fix. Yeah, like just don't be afraid to like, because it's already kind of this like has this sort of like funk French-ish sound to it. So I wouldn't be afraid to like make the drums a little bit dirtier so you can like bring up the overall level of everything else. And also the bass could have a little bit more low end. Maybe you need to sidechain it to the kick to even more. I think there's some sidechain going on. But like, yeah, really like make the low end of the bass bloom a little bit more. But those are sort of the only things that I would fix. Like if you do that, like it's more or less finished to me. What else have I written down? I've written down that it's fire and bass could be bigger. Yeah, maybe like something here.
No makeup on, that's my sugar. Yes, please.
Like just a snap or something to like give some sense of rhythm, because like it's already been like a minute or like a half minute without any indication of the rhythm. So like when you sort of bring it back to the chorus, it would be nice to like start the build up already there rhythmically. Yeah, I think that's everything. Yeah, it's really great. And like, I don't know, like, of course, I love the original song. So I think it's a good idea, like, to do the remix as a remix. But of course, like, it's like almost 10 years old by now. So this is probably not going to get an official release. So it could also be like you take this track and then like strip away the vocal and make an original out of it, because it's like what makes it cool is the chords and stuff. Nothing in the original vocal is like has to stay. So yeah, great work. Reason. This is my first time doing something like this. I've always done ambient. Oh wow, that's even crazier. Yeah, I guess I can hear the ambient thing in that, like just the way you like approach these textures and like have these big atmospheric breakdowns and stuff. But yeah, that's crazy then. Yeah, don't be afraid to like go even crazier on the sounds and stuff. But that's fantastic. All right, let's move on. Steve Hart's Never Get Old. Oh, this is on NCS.
Driving round with my baby, top drops and raindrops, motion got me all faded, my heart got me going all crazy, and I won't be walking away, yeah. New York in the sunshine, I'm a fool, yeah. I got love line and a bull, yeah. Got my heart out and it's covered in gold, like moonlight over Hollywood, and it's cool, yeah, because you know it's good, oh baby. Never get old. could wait for you forever, through the storms or any weather. Yeah, you're like New York in the sunshine. I'm a fool, yeah. I got my love blind, and ooh, yeah, got my heart out, and it's covered in gold. Like moonlight over Hollywood, and it's cool, yeah, 'cause you know it's good. Oh baby, we'll never get old. Down in Cali, driving around with my baby. Top drops and raindrops, motion got me all faded. My heart got me going all crazy. I'll be walking away, yeah.
All right, that was Never Get Old by Steve Hart. Really great. Let's have another listen. Yeah, today is a great day for demos. Yeah, please share your thoughts in the chat, and I'll share mine when this second listen is over.
Down Cali, driving round with my baby. Top drops and raindrops, motion got me all faded. My heart got me going all crazy, and I won't be walking away. Yeah, like New York in the sunshine. I'm a fool, yeah. I got my love blind, and ooh, yeah, got my heart out, and it's covered in gold. Like moonlight over Hollywood, and it's cool, yeah, 'cause you know it's good. Oh baby, we'll never get old.
The Spanish invasion.
Girl, you got it going on, I'll be there in a heartbeat. Tell me your favorite song, I'll put it on repeat. I could wait for you forever, through the storms or any weather. Yeah, you're like New York in the sunshine. I'm a fool, yeah. I got my love blind, and ooh, yeah, got my heart out, and it's covered in gold. Like moonlight over Hollywood, and it's cool, yeah, 'cause you know it's good. Oh baby, we'll never get old. Down in Cali, driving round with my baby. Top drops and raindrops, motion got me all faded. My heart got me going all crazy. I'll be walking away, yeah.
All right, that was Never Get Old by Steve Hart. Yeah, it's great as well. I mean, how do I stop that from happening? There's probably some autoplay setting on SoundCloud that I need to disable. Anyway, yeah, it's really good. Yeah, I really like the sort of main drop section thing. It's just like there's so much happening, but it all makes sense together. Like, yeah, it's just like makes me feel good. I like it a lot. There's not much more to like.
Get old.
I like how it's like sort of like a little bit like it's not like this huge explosion. It's more like this just like really cool groove. Even though it's sort of like sonically it's a little bit more like EDM-ish than the previous one. But it still like has this like coolness to it, which I really like. It's like not like not trying to like be something that it's not, basically. It's just like really nice. Yeah, there's like all the chops and everything is great, like the main riff and everything. I like that a lot. The vocal is apparently from like a pack, which I don't think it matters because it works great. And I think it makes sense for this kind of song to have like that kind of vocal. It works to me pretty great. Maybe there's something that, I mean, it's of course because it's already finished. This is like for future reference, but maybe there's something that you could make to make the vocal feel a little bit more unique. Like have like some kind of moments in the vocal where like some phrase gets like these like crazier effects going on, or like maybe put some like vinyl distortion or tape saturation or something on it to make it a little bit like more interesting texture wise, because it feels a little bit bland, the vocal right now. But I mean, most people are just gonna listen to the lyrics and the melodies, which are all good, and like the tracks, like the track around it supports it really well, so no problems there. What I would look at as like room for improvement is maybe the mix down, which I don't think is a huge deal, because like most mix problems are easy to fix. Like what's actually a problem is when there's no, like when the music itself is not interesting, because that you can fix in the mix. Like this is super nice and fun and interesting. So I think like for me the issue is just like it's not a huge deal, and it didn't prevent me from enjoying the track. But if you wanted like some kind of goal to work towards, like maybe try and find some, like it feels like the mids, especially like in the sort of like lower mids and also like in the sort of 1K area, which is where you're going to get your loudness and presence from. It feels like the mix is a little bit too scooped there. So there's like nothing, like everything kind of stays a little bit far away from the listener. I wish there was like something that like really came in your face, like whether it's the drums or the synths or something that like, I feel like if you just put an EQ at like, I don't know, at 1K, boost by 4 dB with a wide Q, see what happens, like listen to the track like that once, and then like try A-Bing it. Like it'll probably be too much, but like that's the sort of frequency area that I'm hearing as sort of being a little bit too pulled back. And like, yeah, like 1K is sort of like, for me, that's the sort of area where you get your loudness and presence from. So it feels like when the track like drops, it's a little bit, it doesn't come as close to me as I would like in a perfect world. But yeah, I think it's just mostly and also like that might already fix all the issues, because then like you will get the drums to hit more, and like because the bass is sort of a little bit overpowering and everything is kind of like a little bit too tiny sounding. So I think like just, I don't know if you have like compression on the master, but maybe if you do, like maybe ease up on the compression a little bit, let the transients come through a little bit better, and yeah, like work on the tonal balance a little bit more. But that said, like it already feels great. I mean, that's actually like, this is one, I don't know who mastered this track, but maybe this is one track where it's actually like just the mastering thing. Like I feel like all the changes that I want to make to this are like at the master level, because like everything, everything works great. Apart from like maybe the like sort of tonal balance. Are you gonna make a beat? No, not today. I'm just gonna like show the sample back later. Oh yeah, you made the master. Yeah, I feel like that could like I don't know, like yeah, I feel like this could really I mean the next time you put out a track, like it's not really expensive to get a professional master. Like it's 50 to 100 euros. Which is actually pretty cheap, I think, for like getting access to like $50,000 speaker systems and like $30,000 worth of outboard gear and like 30 years of experienced ears to get to listen to your music and make the changes that, like, for me personally, like I've learned so much about mixing and mastering from like working with great mastering engineers. So I would definitely recommend that, because like you have everything right here. It's just like a couple of little tweaks that would like really take it over the top. Yeah. All right. Let's move on to Lekos. From Earth to Heart. Missing effects automations. Main melody. All right, let's have a listen. Please share your thoughts. All right. That was From Earth to Heart by Lekos. It's basically the same thing twice. So I think we can start dissecting it already, because yeah, there's like this section and this section are more or less the same, and I think I know what I want to say already. Let's see what the chat is thinking. Gives me some Oliver vibes. Yeah, same. Nice loop. Needs more variation in the bass. Feels static. Maybe ambience to give a little bit of variation. Play a bit with filter distortion, phaser chorus. Melody sounds offbeat. Put some phaser on the bass. Would be super Oliver-esque. Yeah, that was one of my things I was gonna say as well. All right. Yeah, this feels great already. I mean, it's obviously like here it says missing effects, automations, main melody, which it does. But like the atmosphere is really cool. I really like the sort of like interplay between major and minor. Like I think it's in D, so like going from D major to G minor. Like it's just like a nice movement, and like combining that like sort of like nice pretty chords with the bass that stays on the like one note all the way through. I think there's something really cool about that. Like one of my favorite J Paul, is it J Paul or J Paul? I don't even know. Like, but like, do you love her now? Like the bass literally stays on one note throughout the whole song, and it just like works. So like if you can pull that off, it's a great effect, because like it just gives this like never ending feeling of like tension building and building, which is really cool if you can pull it off. But yeah, like I think the idea is great. So now it's just like the concept is there, the groove is really cool. So now it's just like filling it out, because like you've got all the basic elements like the chords and the drums and the bass, but like everything sort of like stays the exact same more or less throughout the whole thing. I mean, there's like some chords come in here, or but like everything is sort of like there's not that much. Yeah, I mean, it says that it's missing automation, but like that should be like a huge part of this track, is like making sure that everything is moving all the time. Like whether it's like the arpeggiator, like the arp synth, like automate the cutoff on that one, automate like the filter envelope, automate the effects on that one. Like just make sure that like everything, because like everything is sort of static right now. Like make sure everything has some kind of a movement to it. Like make sure every element has like at least one automation thing moving throughout the whole track. Because that's like what I find so cool about like these Gigamesh or like Oliver tracks, is that like even though musically they're kind of simple, they don't do like these crazy like 6 different parts per song or like 8 different parts per song. Like it's mostly like just 1 or 2 parts in each song. But like the way they keep it interesting is having all these little melodic fills, little like drum fills, a lot of automation, especially with Gigamesh. And Oliver as well. Like all the parts evolve throughout the song. So like try to find things that you can make evolve. Like and like maybe like keep the bass as it is, but add another layer where you do all the crazy automation shit, so that like you can always go back to the sort of like clean, nice bass. But then do like all this like I mean like yeah, like literally wait, what? I've never used the arpeggiator here. I only know the arpeggiator on Logic, so let's use this guy. So whatever the BPM is, like 100-ish, and then we go. It's even slower. But like, just try to find like. It's even slower. I don't even know. like just do all these like little swells. And also like, yeah, phaser is a great one. I really like the really like comb filtering for that kind of thing. So like on serum effects, if you have serum, like it's a great way of getting movement without having to like draw automation basically. Yeah, all of these. And then like you can do and the nice thing about serum is that like you can like find the sort of like the movement and the LFOs and stuff, and then you can like scroll through the different filters and stuff, and like maybe even like put like 20 different filters on top, like different tracks, and then you can like bounce them all down and like change between those. But like something, even just like a little thing like this where it like has like there's some kind of movement throughout the whole thing, like that would be great. And then you can also automate the like all the parameters to like give it even more interesting. But the other thing that I was going to mention is a technique that I used to do a lot when I was struggling like with filling out little effects and stuff, and like fills and stuff. I wonder if I can actually play any music, because then like the stream will get muted. I won't play music because but I will maybe yeah, I don't want to I don't want the VOD to get muted, so I'm just gonna or maybe the music would be safe by Gamesh, because I think he released it on his own label. Oh, whatever. If this part gets muted, then it's too bad. But so 122. Yeah, so like have a listen to a track that you really like and like write down, like maybe it's like whatever DAW you use, like it doesn't matter, but like how do you do this? Add locator. Yeah. So like write down every little fill that happens in the track. So there, for example, you like you hear it starts with a filtered snap. I just pitch it up. Yeah, that could actually be or down. And like you can't tell at what part do these strings come in, but like suddenly there's strings there, and like that like double the riff. Reverse crash. Like write all of these things down. Like I used to literally do it on Logic, like here, like reverse crash. Oh shit. Violin ARP. Automate ARP filter. Then there's like an 808 coming in. And a new snare. Snare fill. Like try to find all these little moments that happen in the track, because there's like so many. And now there's a new layer on the ARP as well. So like, yeah, I would highly suggest to like, if you're, cause I feel like you're, since you wrote it down that you're missing like all these effects and automations and stuff, like literally like go through your favorite tracks and figure out what they do there. And cause like, you can't, like, it's not like copyright infringement to like copy the idea of putting a reverse crash here or like a violin arpeggiator patch or like anything like that. It's that to me like that's like it's not copying at all, but like because like you're not actually copying any of the music, you're just like borrowing the ideas of like how you can like make loops become a whole thing. So I think that's really it's a good exercise for your ear. I know it's also just a great way of like, because then once you've put all of these markers in here, then you can literally like at least on Logic, like you can import all of these locators into your project, and then you all of a sudden you have all these instructions on what to do. And like, even if you don't do them at the exact same places as the original, you have still made like all these little transitions and fills and like ideas for automation that you can use for your own track. So I've always found it like a lot easier to like have these instructions and lists for myself as opposed to just like doing whatever comes to mind, because sometimes like it can be a little bit intimidating, I guess, like listening to your thing and it sounds great but you don't know where to go. But if you just like write all of these instructions for yourself, like this is what worked on this song, then you at least like you can make all this material and then you can make the call whether you like it or not. But like I think that's a really helpful thing to do if you're getting stuck on effects automations or main melodics. But yeah. All right. I think back to the track itself. That would like, because everything sounds great. So like, it's like a perfect place to just keep going. And yeah, I really like the concept here. Like, yeah, maybe there could be a moment where the bass like actually joins the chords and like starts playing like different notes than just the tonic. But I think there's something really cool about the bass only playing the tonic as well. It could be cool to like also see how far you can take these musical moments. Like maybe try and include some actually, yeah, the violin is not a bad idea. Like, make it symphonic or something. Like, make it like feel, because it already has this sort of like old, like 80s movie kind of feel. So like, really like, go listen to some Vangelis and like, just go even crazier on here. Because like, the bigger and weirder you can make these sections, the better it's gonna feel when you drop down to this like really cool, like groovy bassline thing. All right, that's all I have to say about this one. Everything is great so far. Now go finish it. But yeah, seriously, great work. And thanks for sending it in. Oh, well, thank you, Napoleonic Music, for the subscription. Let's have a listen to the last one, because we have already been live for almost an hour, so gotta speed it up. Yeah, this is from Lost, and he had something to say. Submit for feedback. Let's see. Yeah, this is the secret subscriber area. Hey, I like to get feedback, especially on the mix down and kick. I like to improve the kick drum in the drop, but kind of find a way to make it sit perfectly in the mix. So let's have a listen. This is Can't Say Why by Josh Bogert, Lost, and UM41K. Yeah. I'll mute the mic for now, but let me know what you think in the chat.
You and I, we've been friends for a long time now. Always have a good time whenever we go out. But you've been calling me up all the time and sending me signs and giving me them eyes. And you've been saying that you found the one, texting me drunk and you wanna talk, but you can't say why. I can't get there and you know I've tried. You know I don't wanna waste your time. City lights, I'm looking in your eyes, but I can't say why. Doesn't feel right to call you mine. You know I don't wanna waste your time. I can't get there and you know I've tried, but I can't say why. Feeling lost like I just want a time back time. I'm choked up, tell me how do I say this right? Cause you've been calling me up all the time and sending me signs and giving me them eyes. And you've been saying that you found the one, texting me drunk and you wanna talk, but you can't say why. I can't get there and you know I've tried. You know I don't wanna waste your time. City lights, I'm looking in your eyes, but I can't say why. Doesn't feel right to call you mine. You know I don't wanna waste your time. I can't get there and you know I've tried, but I can't say why. Get there and you know I've tried. You know I don't wanna waste your time. City lights, I'm looking in your eyes, but I can't say why. Doesn't feel right to call you mine. You know I don't wanna waste your time. I can't get there and you know I've tried, but I can't say why.
All right. That was Can't Say Why by Josh Bogert. Josh Bogert? Josh? Bogert, Lost, and UM41K. Before I listen for the second time on headphones, Lost, can you tell me and everyone if, like, how did this connection happen? Like who's, I guess it's Josh who's singing, but like, were you involved in the writing and like, is this an original song and everything? Because I'm intrigued. But yeah, let me have a second listen. This is great.
You and I, we've been friends for a long time now. Always have a good time whenever we go out. But you've been calling me up all the time and sending me signs and giving me them eyes. And you've been saying that you found the one, texting me drunk and you wanna talk, but you can't say why. I can't get there and you know I've tried. You know I don't wanna waste your time. City lights, I'm looking in your eyes, but I can't say why. Doesn't feel right to call you mine. You know I don't wanna waste your time. I can't get there and you know I've tried, but I can't say why. Feeling lost like I just want a time back time. I'm choked up, tell me how do I say this right? Cause you've been calling me up all the time and sending me signs and giving me them eyes. And you've been saying that you found the one, texting me drunk and you wanna talk, but you can't say why. I can't can't get there and you know I've tried. You know I don't wanna waste your time. City lights, I'm looking in your eyes, but I can't say why. Doesn't feel right to call you mine. You know I don't wanna waste your time. I can't get there and you know I've tried, but I can't say why. Can't get there and you know I've tried. You know I don't wanna waste your time. City lights, I'm looking in your eyes, but I can't say why. Does it feel right to call you mine? You know I don't wanna waste your time. I can't get there and you know I've tried, but I can't say why.
There we go. Nice. Really nice. So yeah, that was Can't Say Why by Josh Bogart, Lost, and UM41K. Lost is saying, Josh is singing, it's an original that he co-wrote with Lizzie Land, and then Lost co-produced it with UM41K, and Josh did a bit of the production as well. Yeah, this is great. Yeah, I was just interested in like hearing how where the song came from, because it's a great song. And it's it's just like beautifully written and like great vocals and everything. So let's hit up the question first. And I mean, I'm listening on like $10,000 monitors in a pretty well acoustically treated, although it's not perfect, but like it's a pretty well treated room. And to me, there's not that much wrong with the kick. Like the kick feels great to me. Hopefully, like maybe the only thing that I would fix in the drop sections, like I'm talking about the drop specifically, but like here.
But I can't say why.
Yeah, like the only thing that I would maybe do is maybe turn down the highs on the kick a little bit. But like to me, the kick like really, it fits in great with the bass. It really like punches nicely through the track. And yeah, both on headphones and monitors, I don't feel there's anything wrong with the kick. Other than maybe it's a little bit bright here. Then like maybe in the verses, I would maybe look at like softening the kick a little bit, like maybe make it shorter, put a low pass filter on it. Because maybe just turn down the volume of the kick in the verses, because it feels like it's great in the drop section, but like when it goes back in the verse, like you kind of want to dial back the dynamics a little bit. Because right now, like,
Let me up all the time and sending me
the volume of the kick doesn't really change. Which is not a huge issue, but like, maybe just make it a little bit darker, put a low pass filter on it, make it a little bit quieter there. But correct me if I'm wrong, but it's just maybe you've worked on this for so long that like you don't like the kick anymore. But to me, and like I'm fairly certain that like once this comes out, people won't mind it either. But so don't worry about that. Especially like if you've listened to it like if you listen to it like 10,000 times, like it will feel like there's imperfections when there's really none. Like, because like when people hear this song, they're like they're not gonna be like, oh, this kick sucks. They're gonna be like, oh, those are some like great vocals. Those are some great synth chords, which I'm gonna talk about in a second. They're gonna like hear the cool groove. They're gonna hear like, yeah, but they're not gonna be like, oh, this kick drum has a little bit too much 1.2K. Like, that's just not like, even if you feel like there's like something wrong with it, like people are not gonna listen to like it that. But yeah, sometimes it's like, yeah, you start hearing things when you listen to something for too long. I have that all the time. I'm like I'll be the first one to admit that like I don't like most of the mixes that I've done over the years. Like, I still can't really like listen to most of my music and enjoy it. And like, honestly, it's like sometimes it's weird to me that people enjoy it. I'm like, yo, this shit, like, why do people like this? But that's like just the nature of the work we do, is that like you have to be really close to the work for a really long period of time to be able to get all the details right. But that also means sacrificing the initial spark that made you love the song in the first place, which most of the time you're never going to get it back. Sometimes, like, if you get a really, like, if you work with another producer and they finish the song, then maybe like it's easier to connect with it on the sort of listener level. But yeah, it's hard. I know your pain. Back to the song itself. Let me just go through the couple of things that I really enjoyed. First, like, all the Foley and little details, it's just like really great. Like,
You and I.
actually, yeah, all of that. It's just like all these little things, like the water, like the water bubbles, and like flanger automations and little vocal things that go around. Like, all of the details are just like perfect. And like, this is my other favorite part. Is just like, how you go from the verse being this like really nice guitar thing into the sort of, I guess that's the chorus, where it like really explodes. But then after that, like when it comes to the like drop section thing, it kind of tones down a little bit. Like, the synths get darker, which is, I think, is really cool, because like after like all this energy, like it's kind of cool that like, yeah, there's the vocal chop that kind of like keep the energy up, but like I think it's like a really cool move to like, yeah, the arrangement is just great. Like, you go from the guitar to the big synth chorus, like it's like arena rock, but then it goes down to this
Can't say why.
cool groove section, which I think is great. Yeah, I can totally hear the love inspiration there, but I don't think that's a bad thing, because I like his stuff is amazing. LAUV.
This right. Cause you've been calling me up all the time and sending me signs and giving me them eyes. And you've been saying that you found the
demo subscription thing on the Discord, like, you can send stuff there. I'm not taking any more today because I've already, like, this is the 4th already. But if you submit stuff there, I'll do it next week.
texting me drunk and you wanna talk, but you can't say why. I can't get there and you know I've tried. You know I don't wanna waste your time.
But yeah, to me, like, this feels more or less finished and like good to go. And yeah, I think it's really well done. Like, the production is really great. And like, like even though it's like it's a great song, but and like the guitars and like the singing take a lot of the work in the sort of verses and stuff, but like it's also really great production wise. Like just.
But I can't say why.
It's not like, yeah, it's not trying too hard, but everything that is there, it's just really well done. So, yeah, great day today. Like everything was amazing. Hopefully this has been useful. Like the my rambling. Yeah, it's fun. It's really inspiring for me as well to like hear sort of like what people are doing and yeah, what kind of sounds people are messing around with. So yeah. All right. So another thing is the sample pack, which I guess this is the release party for the sample pack because we can't have real parties anymore. So yeah, it's out now on Splice. Go get it. It's great. That's what people are telling me anyway. I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. 150 samples and 8 MIDI files. So what I was gonna show everyone, like you can go listen to the samples all you want on Splice. So I'm not gonna like spend too much time like going through this. But what I'm gonna go through is the project file for the demo track because I thought it would be fun to show just sort of like what kind of things I do in the demo. Let's have a listen. So that's the demo track, and this is the project file for the demo track. I did this on Ableton because Ableton is so much faster than Logic for this kind of thing, where like you only work with audio and don't need to record any real instruments. Yeah, the bass is actually the only thing that's not from the pack because I didn't do any. Oh, maybe I did. I did one Juno bass shot thing. Thanks for the subscription, some fun. Man, the loon is from Age of Empires for sure. I want answers. It's not. It's from an EMU emulator too. Yeah, well, I was once at a studio that had it, and like it's actually a stock sound on the EMU emulator. So I just like sampled a bunch of shit from the emulator. It's a crazy machine. Like it's so much fun. And it didn't it actually like worked half. So like some of the discs that they had, it didn't work, but like I grabbed the loon because it's like a classic. Yeah, I think that's like the first place where it appeared. All right, so let's have a listen here. Anyone have any idea when the Heaven remix will be officially released? No idea. I've delivered it, but I haven't. I'm not sure if it's being mastered yet because it's getting mastered at Wire Masters. But yeah, I have to ask. Hopefully soon. Oh, everything is super quiet. So, please don't crash. That'd be annoying. All right, there we go. So, yeah, I can actually talk a little bit about every sound. So this is a Foley thing, which is what it says. It's I literally went with like a portable recorder to the backyard here, and recorded like a minute of what it sounds like here in my backyard. So, yeah, now everybody can have the secret sauce. Then here, it's like one of these little RP things that I love doing. Just probably Polysix through some Valhalla and other processing stuff. The name Nakata, like all of these have like Japanese names because I was reading a Murakami book at the time when I was making these. So like it's actually hard to come up with the names for all of this stuff because it's like it's pretty hard to describe this sound. So I was just putting like random Japanese names from the Murakami book, Haruki Murakami book, to all the atmospheric sounds. Then this guy, it's called Dad's Vinyl Stash. My dad doesn't have any funk vinyls, but I was imagining like if somebody's dad had like this boogie funk vinyl from the 80s, what would it sound like? And that vinyl, let's see, Vinyl Stash. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that kind of vibe. And the nice thing about the pack is that you get like you get the MIDI for all of that stuff as well. So like if I draw, oh, that's not the MIDI. This is the MIDI. So you get all the, oh shit. All right, let's do one more try. There we go. Yeah, you get all the chords and like different layers, and like yeah, you can sort of see how I layer things and like what kind of chord shapes I do. Which I think it's it could be useful just for like learning purposes, but also if you hear a thing you like but you want to change some of the notes and want to change maybe some of the MIDI and change the sound, then you can also do that. So this is the sample. I do what I always do, which is Wolf compressor into OTT. And then just filter some bit crushing here. Then there's a clap. Woohoo! Thanks for the subscription, Paco NXY. I think you were like probably the first person to subscribe, so or like the second. So thank you for the re-subscription. I still don't know exactly how all that works, but it's making. I think like yeah, I'm gonna like spend all the money that comes in from the subscription. I'm gonna spend on like making the stream better. So I'm gonna get a better internet connection and like upgrade my streaming setup as well. So, but yeah, thanks to everyone who's been subscribing and donating and stuff because it like really helps me do more of this stuff. And it's really fun for me too. So I want to do more of it, but I need to do some real music production work as well. Sometimes. All right. So there's a snap, which is just me snapping my fingers. And like, I made really sure, because I'm like really, I'm all about like having snaps wide. So I made really sure that like, all of the snaps have like really like different kinds of like stereo spread things. So yeah, here you can see like it starts here, but yeah, everything is like laid out. Everything is done with purpose. Basically. Then there's another one of these atmosphere layers. Oh shit, I moved some of those things. I'm an idiot. Oh wait, what? Something weird happened. Maybe. I don't even know. Maybe I should reopen the project. So there's this guy going through some delay. I can't remember how I made that. It sounds like an analog synth with something like some kind of a belly layer on top of it. Then this is a real Prophet string, which is good for like just adding tension sections. I mean, yeah, this is one note, but it's real. Clap. Machine. Yeah, I can't remember what this is from, but here also you can see like there's some like very subtle stereo thing going on. Because I'm really like, I like everything, like all these snaps and claps to be wide, so I made sure everything is like nice and wide. A bunch of effects. Oh, this is reversed. I like super sped up as well. Sped up. Yeah, if I take the warp off. It's quite a lot slower. So I use, sped it up. But yeah, do all of this with the sound effect, please. Like, make the sound different. Yeah, this is a clap loop that I've had for a while. That I've used on a bunch of things. So like it's stupid. It sounds really boring on its own. But like, I don't know, there's something about the timing of it. Like this clap comes in like a little bit early and the other one comes like majorly early. Like there's something about like always when I put it on, like it's just like it adds this like nice little flam to there. So it's a little trick. Then some drum loops. Here I did this beats thing to like make it like really short and snappy. And cut up the sample a little bit. And put some flanger on it, because Ableton's flanger is great. I love it on the minus mode. Kick drum, yeah. There's a lot of kick drums. Oh yeah, something that I want to talk about is the tape stuff on there. So if we go here and search for tape, you get all these hi-hats and kick drums that have been recorded to tape. And it's like actual real analog tape. So there's like these hats and especially And the kicks as well, like they have this like sort of rounded top end, which makes them like really nice for breakdowns and stuff where you need something to be like a little bit more toned down. Yeah, those are actually some of the stuff that I've used the most, because I always try to make stuff that I actually use, and like most of the stuff I've already used in some of my tracks, but like yeah, the tape stuff I actually find coming back to quite a bit. Claptrap, which is like one of my favorite 80s drum machines. All right, so this is wow, thanks for the gifted sub, somebody. Yeah, this is the synth lead. Yeah, there's a bunch of this as well. Like these are like my favorite things to do. Yeah, then there's not that much to say about that one, other than yeah, please use it, because I haven't used that on a song. I tried, like it's from like a demo that I'd never finished. So please make sure it gets a new life. Yeah, guitars. There's a couple of guitars as well. Funky Town. Yeah, I try to make like things that are like as usable with as many different things as possible. So they're like just simple pentatonic things. This is the sound that comes up when somebody follows on Twitch. Yeah, I put like all the notification sounds on the stream are from the pack now. Yeah, there's a lot of these guys, like quick ARPs, because I love doing them. They're fun, and like they're also good for like just sprinkling a little bit of magic, like like when you're feeling uninspired. All right, that's everything I think in this demo. Yeah, I did a couple of these like room mic'd drum loops as well, and they might feel a little bit weird as well, like at the start, because they kind of don't sound clean and punchy. But that's the point, is to like have something that like you can just put in the background. Yeah, it should like adds movement nicely. So yeah, like with the like sort of like there's a couple of like these room mic'd things, like just make them like put them in the background, take away some of the lows, like I'm doing here, and it can really help with like gluing like samples together to have like something that doesn't have like these punchy and tight transients, to have that like running in the background. Thanks for the subscription, Noisewind. So yeah, that's how I use these guys. But of course, feel free to do whatever with them. Yeah. So yeah, please like go get it. If you, oh yeah, that was the other thing that I was supposed to mention. If you don't have Splice yet, you can get a month for free at Sample Magic, because Splice bought samplemagic.com. which is like a sample company, and now they're giving away 1 month of Splice free here. So yeah, if you haven't used Splice before, like use this code and you will get 1 month for free. But then you can spend it all on my samples, of course. Yeah. I think we're about done because I can't think of anything else I should say. Oh yeah, if you make something using the pack, please share on like Instagram and like tag me so I can share it with people and show that cool stuff can be made using the pack. Yeah, there's already been a bunch of people sending me stuff, so it's great. And yeah, I think that's everything for today. Thank you, DJ DLG, for getting the entire pack. Yeah, thanks for the support. Yeah, like I think, yeah, if you try Splice out for a month, I think it's gonna be pretty hard to live without it after that, because it's just like such a great platform. Like, I mean, like if you watch the stream, like you know that I like to use Splice pretty much like as my main sort of sample platform. So yeah, I definitely recommend it, even like after you get the packs. I guess that's the point of why they do these artist packs, is to like get people to like spend more time on the platform as well, which I think makes sense because it's a great platform. Like I could not live without it, and this is not them paying me to say this. I'm just like, I was a paying customer way before they reached out to me. So yeah. All right, I'm gonna wrap up now because I don't have anything more to say. Oh, my hair, Jesus Christ, it's so hot in here. Like it's just like starts looking crazy bad. Yeah, thank you everyone who's tuned in. Thank you everyone who sent music for the demo review, because yeah, everything was amazing today. Thank you for all the subscription, of which there's been a bunch today. Sample Magic website. Yeah, if you go here, like literally like at samplemagic.com, like it will be the first thing here. SM1MNTH. And then yeah, use that code and you will get 1 month for free. All right. Thank you so much. And I'll see you guys on Saturday when I'll be making something. Or finishing something. Maybe finishing something. I don't know. All right. Thank you so much.